What's up, family? What's happening? Y'all know what we on today. We're on a new one. We are on a new one. Y'all see the title? Killer realizes. You heard that? You see that? Not hear that. You see that? The killer realized the victim recorded his own murder, y'all. So, we're gonna see. Hopefully y'all day went good. My day has been a good day. Although I am tired. I said that yesterday, but I'm still tired. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. Work been kicking my ass. So, but bro, we gonna see how this turn out. Hopefully, bro ain't a goofy. You know, hopefully he ain't a goofy. But it looked like he is low key. Probably thought he got away with something, but his victim recorded it. So he probably gonna be in here telling lies and all type of shit. But hey, we're gonna see. But before we start, y'all run and go get y'all stuff. Y'all got 10 seconds. Go run and get y'all stuff. Y'all got 10 seconds. I'm gonna let y'all do that real quick. Hurry up. All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's get it.
You got a live video. So what you telling me? You gonna see my IG name join?
The longer this goes on, the more the shadier it starts to look.
Meet 19-year-old Danquez Anderson, a teenage killer who just realized his victim live-streamed his own murder. And now, Danquez can do nothing but sit back and watch as his life falls apart.
Y'all got live video? Y'all heard my name?
Yes, we got the live video.
Y'all heard my name on the video?
Would you stop? Would you just stop?
I'm trying to ask y'all a question. Did y'all hear my name?
I'm telling you, we don't have to tell you everything we got. You wouldn't be sitting your ass in this chair if we didn't have what we have right now.
Bruh.
Guess what? You'll see it when you go to court and you're sitting there on trial for first-degree murder. That's when you'll see it.
See?
Late into July 15th, 2020, 16-year-old Joshua Purcell was on his way to confront Danquez Anderson and his family, as many of his friends had done in the past. But this time he decided he was brave enough to live stream his actions on his Instagram profile. What he did not know was that Danquez was watching and would soon confront him close to the parking lot of Bethel AME Church. This is where the live stream quickly went from capturing a neighborhood feud to a murder scene, as Danquez opened fire on Joshua. Within minutes, he had been shot a total of 4 times, and by the time first responders arrived, Joshua was dead.
Dang.
Now the biggest challenge was to figure out whether this was self-defense or murder.
Bro, see, if you normally going over there with your family, because apparently this always happens. Apparently these people got problems with each other, right? That's the backstory, as they said. Bro, what made him get bold enough to go over there by himself this time? Damn, bro. He did not know this was about to happen. I mean, nobody knows when they gonna pass away, but damn, he did not know.
On the surface, the live stream may have made it seem like the answer was obvious, but this was far from the situation at hand. For all detectives knew, Joshua could have been the one to pull a gun first, as the live stream only captured the audio of an argument followed by gunshots. They needed to know more about Danquez's intentions and the muddled history between him and Joshua. Consequently, he was called for an interview several times, but the most notable one would be on March 24th, 2021, the footage of which has been provided to us by the Tallahassee Police Department.
Bruh!
Florida.
I know if I go back and ask you what were you doing on July 15th of 2020, you're not going to know, because I wouldn't know what I was doing unless there was a big event that happened that day. And then that it would be clear to me. So I remember, because I got called to the scene, so I remember pretty much everything that I did that night. So knowing that that was a big event, if we can start from, did you go to school that day? Well, that was summertime, right? Yeah. So were you doing football practice? Were you doing anything else that day?
No, I was at hotels.
You was at where?
I said I was at Fortress. I was telling my man so.
Yeah.
I was at Fortress house.
Okay, so you're at Fortray's house. And that's
on the game.
Yep. Okay. So about what time did you get to Fortray's house? Like, did you spend the night there the night before?
I think I was already at Fortress house.
Yeah.
I always be over there.
Okay. Like, had you been there?
He got an
were you
accent.
there? Did you get there when it was
Where
still
they from?
daylight, or were you there at lunchtime? Just kind of trying to figure out when you got to Fortray's house.
When I got to Fortress house, it was daylight. Or either if it wasn't daylight, I was already there.
Okay.
I was already there, and then like it just went up to the next day.
Okay. So we don't exactly recall when you got to Fortray's house, but you were at Fortray's.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, what's the relationship like, Trey? He's just some dude that y'all hooked up with, you and your brothers, or what?
Fortress, I knew Fortress like.
Malone, bro. You already know.
So make sure you go to school.
He said it sound like a lie already. Facts.
Make sure you straight.
Gotcha. So, at what point during the night did you become aware of the incident that had happened close to your house, the shooting and all that?
It was like, cause I was asleep. It happened. Boom. I guess it happened. Then like, after that.
Boom.
Like, after that, what's called like, where you at?
I be feeling like
Nah.
I be feeling like when niggas say boom and they telling the story, like boom, that shit happened. Boom, that shit did this. Then boom, we just, bro, I know that's like slang. That's like a slang word for like a different state, but I can't think about it right now where they be saying boom a lot. I think it's New York. Where they say boom a lot. But bro, people think you lying when you say boom. Bro, what? You using that in a sentence?
I know it happened.
Boom,
It
I done
happened.
did
Like,
this.
where you at?
Boom, we done got
I guess he
this.
heard shots like close by the crib.
It's like you ain't trying to tell the whole story
He was
type
like, where
shit.
you at? Then I'm at Fortress house. What up? Then he asked me, he didn't hear the shots, cause it's like you ain't gonna hear him though. If you wasn't AP, you ain't finna hear no. You ain't finna
Oh,
hear
yeah,
no
not
door,
for
though.
AP, yeah.
So I'm like, nah, I ain't hear nothing. So I guess somebody had and got shot. But he asked me where I was at Fortress house though.
Did he tell you where he was at the time? Okay.
But then y'all had his phone, right?
Yeah.
Y'all could have.
The individual that Danquez refers to here is his brother, Daniel Anderson, not to be confused with his other brother, Danny Anderson. Both of them initially tried to cover for Danquez, saying that he was genuinely at his friend's house, but later admitted that this was not the truth. Rather, Danquez was at his own home watching the live stream. This was also corroborated by Danquez's mother, Stephanie Leland. But on the other hand, Daniel did make a welfare call to Danquez, which makes it difficult to know for sure where he was that night. For now, he is likely using this call as a basis to place himself as far away from the crime as possible. And things are about to get even more confusing once Danquez is asked about the shooting itself.
So, all right. So, at what point did you become aware of kind of what had occurred? Because there was an Instagram Live that was out.
Well, after that happened, everybody posted it. Like, make sure people down in the street at the church. Somebody had posted it, and I had a screenshot, and I reposted it. So I'm like, make sure y'all people straight. They said there was a lot of police over there by like Bethel and like I think they got Bethel and Fang. There was police over there. Everybody was over there. Somebody had got shot. It was
doing
on
a lot of
Instagram, like after the fact.
All right. So you saw the post on Insta. What's your Instagram handle?
My Instagram, Mr. Getty himself.
Okay. So Mr. Getty.
Mr. dot. GETTYHIMSELL.
Alright. At what point did you become aware that I guess that your mom had kind of received death threats that night?
That night?
Yeah.
That night?
Yeah.
Same night that happened?
Yeah.
I ain't never known about that.
Yeah. It was enough that there was enough happened that night, kind of people coming on strong against her, thinking that Getty Mob, her sons.
Woman had told me about somebody.
She took little Danny.
Come on, bruh.
They
Come
went to her
on,
sister's
yeah.
house because they were scared to be at the house. So you didn't hear nothing about that night. Okay. All right. So the
I ain't even talked to my mama that night.
you know
Cause like, I ain't even had no phone.
All I'm saying is, if you, I mean, if you that type of person that, cause I know people have to live the way they was growing up and stuff like that. Because I grew up, kinda, but I changed. I ain't gonna lie. But look, if you can't do the time, don't do that crime, cause that's a real ass saying, y'all. Don't do the crime if you're not gonna do the time. If you don't want to do the time, I think I said it wrong on one of them, but I got it right on one of them. Just don't do it. If you know you scared of jail, don't do it. Cause then you get up in here and get to getting caught up on your lies, bro.
so earlier that day,
Just don't do it.
all right, we've got pretty decent information
Be
that
chill.
you and Jameek were together
Live
earlier
life.
that day. You remember seeing Jameek that day?
Jameek?
Yeah.
No. Right, they were saying somebody to fight. I'm trying to hear about what they talking about. Somebody to fight. Somebody had a fight a couple hours before.
Had you been with Jameek that day?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Okay, and somebody, I'm assuming your brother or your mother, has already mentioned to you that we had questions about whether or not you had gotten into a fight with Jalen and his people, Jalen and James, maybe.
In fact, I'm glad I probably wrecked in the yard somewhere.
Where was you going to rake in the yard at?
Here's how the average man's life would change if he never saw an ad again. Day 1, he would install Pi on his...
No, I was just being sarcastic, but I know I ain't gonna fight nobody though. I was just being sarcastic, don't be working up yard.
I gotcha, but so that's kind of what we're looking at. So if there was an altercation between you, if these guys jumped Jameek, and we've already had people tell us that happened. Some of the people involved in that incident have already told us that happened. So I'm asking for kind of your take on that situation. But you're telling me that there was these guys didn't jump you.
No, anybody jumped me. Ain't nobody touched me that day. Ain't get hit up that day or nothing.
Okay.
The individuals that the detective just mentioned were Danquez's friends, all of whom had clear rivalries against Joshua and his affiliates. This was because of a particular incident that occurred on June 12, 2020, just a month before Joshua's death. Knowledge Gibson, one of Joshua's good friends, had broken into the Anderson household where he held a gun to the head of Danquez's mother, Stephanie. According to a police affidavit, Knowledge repeatedly requested Danquez's younger brother, Daniel Anderson, to be lured into the household because of a personal feud. Fortunately, officers had arrived before anyone was seriously injured, but this was the major reason why animosity developed between Danquez and Joshua, as they were part of two opposing groups, ultimately leading to what happened on the live stream.
They got beef
I know
going
that y'all
on.
got beef with Knowledge. I know that Knowledge has got beef with y'all. Knowledge gets locked up after what he did, which is he came into your house and he held a gun to your mama's head. And now these people that are tight with Knowledge are on live saying, we're coming to your house, we're bringing fire, we're gonna f some shit up, we know where you live. If I was one of Miss Stephanie's sons and I saw that on live, I would not let those people come in my house, because they have already made their intentions clear. They are going to hurt Daniel, they're going to hurt me if I'm in the house, they're going to hurt Stephanie, they're going to hurt my little brother Daniel. We cannot let this happen again, because we know what they did the last time. The last time Knowledge came in with a gun and held it to Mama's head. If I don't get on Facebook, okay, but let's just say that I'm in my house and somebody is walking down the street and they start yelling threats, I'm coming to your house, I'm gonna kill your wife and your kids. What do you think I'm gonna do?
What?
I'm not letting them come to the front door either. I'm going out there to where they are. I'm not gonna let them close to my house. I'm not gonna let them get my wife. I'm not gonna let them get my kids. Okay? They made their intentions clear. They're going to hurt my family. I'm going to go out there, and I'm going to keep them from doing that by any means necessary. Okay?
What y'all think he doing, this investigator? Reverse psychology. That's what I was trying to say the other day. Reverse psychology. Okay, there you go. There you go. What y'all think he about to? What y'all think he doing? He trying to get him to talk for sure. He trying to get him to talk. Yeah. Something.
Whatever force they present, I'm going to return it right back at them. Okay? Because I'm justified in doing so. So that's what I'm here to ask you straight up. Did you or one of your brothers have to use some type of justifiable force to keep these people from coming to your house and doing what they said they were going to do and what they'd already done one time before? That's what I want to know before we go any further. Okay?
Considering this story with Gibson and that Joshua clearly wanted to hurt the Anderson family, an incident like this could be chalked down to self-defense. However, a ballistic analysis of the crime scene presented otherwise. A total of 4 gunshot wounds were present on Joshua's body, 2 on his head, 1 on his shoulder, and 1 on his lower back. A medical examiner discovered that almost all 4 of these wounds were consistent with being fired in an execution style, which meant that Danquez would have been standing over Joshua while he was in a prone position. Such a scenario would mean that the incident no longer classifies as self-defense, and rather as murder, as Danquez would not have been defending himself from anything at that point. Clearly, this is a very nuanced situation, and so far Danquez has tried his best to stay quiet.
Hey, these YNs, boy, what the fuck? He stood over him?
About it, but with the kind of evidence this detective has, this wouldn't be the case for long.
I only know who was going live. I only know nobody live till y'all say somebody on live, somebody this and that.
Well, who else has access to your Instagram where they have your password and everything else?
Nobody have my password.
Yeah. So, Mr. Getty Mob himself joins the live.
That's wild.
It is wild.
And disrespectful, because I ain't joining nobody live.
Okay. So that's the question I got for you. Is Mom's given some indication that you might not have been at Fort Trace House. Insta looks like Mr. Getty Mob himself is joining the live. So you might. Mom is saying that. Instagram is saying that you logged on. And that she's watching the live, and the comments were going out. Okay? So, that's the evidence we have. You're telling me it wasn't you.
What I said on them?
Huh?
I said someone.
I can't remember. I have to ask Sherry. This case 8 months old. She knows it like the back of her hand. I mean, she can show it to you.
But only me doing nobody lie. Only me saying none of nobody.
Okay, so that's the question I would have for you: is who would have your phone? Who would have your device? Who would have your password that could get in your Instagram and join live like that? And you're telling me nobody.
It can be anybody.
No. All the beef with knowledge that you and your families had, okay? We're being told that there was a fight. You're saying it didn't happen, that's fine. We're also told there was a fight that day. Alright? This guy is on Facebook Live calling out you, your brother, your family, and saying he's coming to your house. As he's stepping through the cut 300 foot from your house is when the incident goes down and shots are fired. Who else would it be? Somebody random just happened to be walking along and says, I'm going to rob this guy, as he's doing a Facebook Live with his 2 friends behind him, ranting about how he's going to go kill the Andersons, you know what I mean? So,
I don't tell him who he was beefing with, because he's from the other side of town. He's from the other side of town, he way over here.
That will be the most random thing in the entire freaking world. Okay? So, you can see, if you're telling me it's not you, then that's fine. Hold on to that. Don't take offense that I say that the evidence would point towards the Anderson brothers, okay, as being
I'm not saying the whole city been, oh, get him all. It was
Sure.
Either it was him,
Sure.
or it was him, or it was him.
I get
Everybody's saying it, bro.
because they see the same things that we saw.
Yeah.
It's just we see even more evidence. I mean, we're taking into account
know,
for cell phone evidence, we're taking witness statements, we're taking DNA evidence, ballistic evidence, all this stuff we're combining. So what I'm telling you is we've got all these small pieces of evidence, and all it's going to take is for this kid, the other one, or somebody else that knows about this to come in and say, this is who did it. And one of the two people that was there is close to breaking. The other one, next time he gets hooked up and put in the back of a police car, what's he going to say? I can solve a murder. And he's going to put his spin on it.
Facts.
Not y'all spin. Okay, he's going to put his spin on it.
But,
But he's going to tell us who pulled the trigger. Because it's beneficial for him. The other kid wants to do what's right because he's eating his heart up. It's ripping his soul out. The other one, he's going to do it to protect himself next time he gets arrested. He's going to give it up. No doubt. So one way or the other, one of those two dudes in the very near future is going to say who pulled the trigger. All right? One of them is going to put his own spin on it. The other one is like, yeah. That's where we're at. And all it's going to take is going to be that one eyewitness or that one witness that knows what happened to come forward and put a name in front of us, put a face in front of us, and then we've got all this evidence pointing towards Anderson's. That one little thing is going to be all it takes, okay, to lock somebody up. And because nobody from, and I'm just going to say the other side because you're saying it wasn't you, nobody from the other side is stepping forward and saying, you know what, yeah, these guys were coming to our house. They already threatened us one time before, held a gun to Mama's head. They're on live, talking about what they're going to do to us when they get there. And we see them, and they're actually coming through the cut towards our house. So yeah, we had to do something. We had to do something right then before they hurt us, before they hurt Mama, before they hurt little Danny. You see what I'm saying? Nobody from your side is saying that. It's coming forward and saying, yeah, I had no other choice. So is that justifiable? Yeah, could be.
The two witnesses that the officer just mentioned were Joshua's friends who were with him on the live stream, and their testimonies were crucial in piecing together what.
Bro, this is so wild to me. How the hell the victim recorded though? Before bro, that's just crazy to me. Just saying that is wild.
Happened leading up to the killing, which is as follows. Hours before the live stream, the two friends were attacked by Danquez. These two then went to Joshua to seek help, who was enraged after hearing about the assault and consequently planned to head to the Anderson residence to get revenge. Initially, they had armed themselves with a firearm, but Joshua repeatedly expressed that he did not wish to use it and would rather fight physically. They would then cross the parking lot of Bethel AME Church to get to Danquez's house. It was here that Danquez ambushed Joshua and killed him, while the two friends were lucky enough to escape. And knowing that all of this was captured live, Danquez will slowly begin to realize the kind of situation he has landed himself in.
Oh, so they were supposed to get a furrow one. They were supposed to catch the ones. He said, nah, but then again, if they would have caught the ones and Brody would have been, man, this is wild.
Yeah, it says that. It says,
Man, he
Mr. Gates
snuck
himself has joined. It says that.
Snuck him.
You were on the live.
So see,
Your brother says, little Danny says that you were home on Tuskegee, that y'all were on the live. Y'all watched it. Y'all saw these guys come into your house talking about all the things we've been talking about, what they were going to do to y'all. It's you and little Danny there. Okay? Little Danny's in there crying, saying, didn't have no choice. They was coming to get us.
I know I was.
Yeah, you were at Tuskegee.
Y'all can prove me that I was at Old House.
Brother, I don't need to prove it to you. I told you this coming in, and you think I'm lying to you. There's some white 40-something-year-old cop that don't care. I don't want you to go down in burning flames for this and not graduate this year and not go and get your trade school degree, learn how to weld and make all kinds of money. I don't want that to happen. Okay? I've told you everything about, you saw that live. You don't need me to explain to you what was on the live. You know that guy and his friends were coming to do business.
On nobody Instagram live. I wasn't on nobody live.
So Danny is lying, or am I lying?
If you see Mr. Get himself join somebody live, you have to show me that, because I didn't join nobody live. I don't even follow these people. I was like, what? There ain't no way you see me join that live.
Do you not see the olive branch that we've been offering you and your brothers all day long? That olive branch being these people were coming to hurt you, so you had to do something that was justifiable? Do you not see that?
I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about. I'm not. No, I'm not. Because I don't know what y'all talking about. I understand what you're saying. You're saying, like, oh, somebody come to your house, do something to y'all, y'all gotta defend yourself.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about. Self-defense. I know what you're talking about.
Right.
I know what you're talking about.
We're not trying to hard time you. We're not trying to say that you did some premeditated murder because you had a beef with these people. These people had a beef with y'all, a serious beef. You know? Knowledge don't come to your house one time, now knowledge and friends coming to your house a second time. Oh, why? Why are they coming to the house? I'll tell you why they're coming to the house. Because Knowledge got locked up for what he did to your mama. And they got to get retaliation for Knowledge so they can prove that they're hard. You know? And all that other junk, all that other shit they're talking. That's why they're coming there to the house. And they're gonna do what Knowledge did. Except this time they're talking about bringing fire. They're talking about hurting people. They're talking about everything else.
He said fire.
They ain't gonna know where we at. We're gonna call y'all. That's what we got y'all for.
Like guns
For whatever
or
reason.
What you talking about?
And it's probably because you didn't think there was enough time.
About,
and
like,
hey, guess what? You might have
fire.
enough time.
What?
That you had to go out there and take care of it. You had to protect Danny. You had to protect the house. You had to protect your mama. And anybody else would have got caught up in that. So you stepped up because Daniel wasn't there. You was the only one.
Shortly after this conversation, the detectives leave to get another statement from Danquez's brother, Danny. This would prove to be the most important testimony in this case, as Danny gives a full recollection of what happened. Allegedly, both he and Danquez were at their house when Danny noticed the live stream from Joshua. Soon, he shared it with Danquez, who immediately left the house saying he was going to protect his family when he heard Joshua reference being armed. After he left, Joshua was killed and Danquez did not return home until the next day. This leads investigators to two important conclusions. One, Danquez lied to them about being at his friend Trey's house, and they now have undeniable proof of that. Two, if he really stated that he was going to protect his family and actively sought out Joshua, this would mean there was intent to kill or harm. This certainly does not help Danquez's story of self-defense, as two detectives return to confront him with these new findings.
The reason that I just went out there is because Danny was sitting there with her mom. Just opened up a whole lot more. Alright?
A one?
No, I said he opened up a whole lot more. You and Danny and Daniel, even after this happened, y'all talked about it. And y'all were going to tell the truth about what happened, because you realized that these guys were coming over there to do harm. Last minute, y'all got scared.
Scared of what?
Scared that you're going to get in trouble for something. And that's what you're scared of now.
How you get in trouble for something you didn't do?
Brother, we are way past that. If you want, I promise you, if you want, we can get up out of this interview room right now. And you're going to get charged. Okay? That's not a threat. I'm just telling you that everything that your brother has told us and everything that we know, okay? I don't need to go over it again, okay? But everything that Danny tells us is backed up, all right, by evidence we already have. Starting with you being logged on. Starting with us knowing that you're not at Fort Trey's house when this happens. Okay? Certain details that he gave about what you told him occurred.
Nowadays, you can't do a crime. You just can't. You can't.
I'm not going to tell you what
Don't
those
do
details
it.
are because I want you to tell me. And that's not me trying to pull the wool.
Especially not no murder, though. What you want?
Certain details that Danny gave about things that you told him occurred, we know to be true.
What did I do?
Here's what he
You
said.
shot somebody.
You
is what
shot
you
and
did.
killed somebody. You shot and killed somebody. Plain and simple. Your options are, tell us what happened, because we've seen the live. We can't claim self-defense for you. Okay? Or you want to go down the first-degree murder route and spend the rest of your life in prison. Those are your two options. But you're not helping yourself, because you think you're in here trying to be hard and you think you can deny it. You think you can deny it, but you can't.
I think I'm trying to be hard.
It's not hard. I know
Yeah,
it's
no.
not. I know that you're tore up, and I know that you're scared. It's not necessarily you trying to be hard. It comes off that way, but I know from talking to you that you're scared and that you're tore up about what you had to do. All right? You're lying to us now. You were not at Fort Trey's house. You were
Right.
at Fort Trey's house and you were watching the live. Okay? We can start right there.
Telling you
You've
about
been lying
it.
to me about that forever. It's starting to make me feel like I'm not very good.
If
at
it
my
ain't
job,
one
and that
thing,
hurts
it's
my
another.
feelings. And
You know?
please don't hurt my feelings and don't insult my intelligence.
You can make sure
You
one
lied to
thing
me.
is
So
done,
tell me that you're at Fort Trey's
but
house.
then it's gonna be
I've already
another.
told you, Fort Trey has got another guy over at his house, and he don't care.
It's wild.
He don't care about you anymore.
You think I care about me?
I don't know. Probably not.
You should
All
care.
I'm saying is
He's
he.
your only alibi.
All I'm saying is he's not alibying you.
No, he's trying to make.
He's not alibying you. That's the point.
Your brother's not alibying either. He's saying that you were there in the house.
You can clearly see Danquez begin to contemplate telling detectives everything. For now, he only needs one final push to make him go over the edge. What Danquez doesn't anticipate, however, is that this push wouldn't come as cold hard evidence, but in the form of a person.
What?
You can have a seat. That's fine.
This is Danquez's mother, Stephanie, who has just been informed of the situation surrounding Danquez.
These people already know. When they found out, I do not know. They ain't telling me. Okay, on the video, they seen the threats. They said we finna come do whatever. We got guns coming to hurt, whatever. At 5, okay, that's my address. If you was going to defend yourself, us, or whoever, they can look at it that way, or they can look at it as when y'all seen them on the video saying what they was going to do. Why y'all ain't tell y'all mama for y'all mama to get the police on the scene? But the lady that just walked me down to smoke a cigarette, she said, "Ma'am, how fast things was moving." She said we probably wouldn't have made it there on time.
Can you tell him what Danny said? Because I don't think he trusts what
Yeah.
you're saying.
Who's talking about?
He was saying that
Y'all
when
in the same room together?
when he seen Ooh was saying when the live video, cause she told Ooh that we watched the live video. She said, "Ooh, I seen y'all on there watching the live video, and when y'all seen it and they said they was gonna do this and do that, and they was asking Ooh, what did your brother do then?"
That's
They was
mama.
asking him questions, and Ooh was telling it that I seen my brother leave. I didn't
You
see my
got your
brother
mama
leave with no
put in
gun,
some
but I
shit.
seen my brother leave. And he was saying something about did he go to AP? She was asking him, did he go to AP or did he go down the road? I mean, like, I'm trying to find out and I don't even know.
I'm trying to find out.
Okay.
And my thing is, Ben, I'm thinking you was in the AP.
No. But you brought DP. But didn't Danny tell us that he showed the live?
Yes, they did the live.
He showed the live to him, and then
About
he
the
left
boys
saying he's
saying
going
what
to
they
defend
gonna do.
himself. He's going to go defend them.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't believe us that Danny told us that. He doesn't believe us that Danny told us that. He went down there and defended them, and he shot them.
Yeah. Me and Ood in the same room.
Yeah. I told him that.
But my thing is,
He's not wanting to claim his own self-defense, is what it is.
Ben, my thing is, as of being a mother and as of being a mama and a woman, if I wasn't even your mama, when them people said that, you knew if y'all would have brought that to my attention, I would have had the police around. You knew it. Now tell them that you know if we would have showed our mom that video, y'all.
told them that.
What? Every officer on the force would have been over there.
Here's the thing: is your brother sitting in a room, Danny sitting in a room with your mama, said that Dan Quest wasn't at Fort Trey's house.
My
Is
man
that not what
Bob.
he said? Is that not what he said? Danny said that Dan Quest was home, right? He wasn't. Dan Quest is saying, I wasn't home, I was at Fort Trey's house. Fort Trey's house.
Who trying to tell me that you was in the room? I say, I ain't see my baby here.
Exactly.
I say, I did not see him
Well,
here.
first off, you were sitting in your room.
Yeah.
We're not worried about what you saw. Did Danny tell us that he was home?
Yeah, Danny said that in the other room. He said that, and I say, ooh, I ain't see my baby, and I did not say that. I said,
Yeah,
I
we're
ain't
not worried
see my
about what
baby.
you saw. We're worried about what Danny saw because you didn't know anything about this until Danny sat there and said
it was over, really. You know, you didn't know any of this was going on.
No. And to find out all this, man, this shit gonna run me crazy.
Danny says I showed Dan Quez the live.
The live video.
Went in there and woke him up, showed him the live. And he's saying, no, he didn't show me any live. I wasn't at home. I wasn't at home. I wasn't at home. I was with Fort Trey.
I ain't seen.
We're not asking what you. He doesn't believe us that Danny told us this stuff. So.
Yeah, that's what my son said. But me personally, I'm the type of person, I ain't finna lie, not even for my mama.
Oh, I know.
I didn't see
if they'd have come to
my
you,
baby there.
Okay.
if they'd have come to you, I know you would have called them. I know that you would have, and he knows that you would have too.
So do you think Danny's lying, saying that he went down there to defend y'all?
I don't know about that issue right now.
No, do you think Danny would lie and try to say his brother went down to defend them?
Well, I think Danny
He's
would
trying
lie.
to say that Danny would lie and point at his brother as a shooter to defend you guys.
No, I won't think he would lie, but I think, if anything, he would, try to save him. So I think that's the truth, what he's saying or whatever, but I ain't see my baby there.
Stephanie is likely not trying to defend Danquez here, but rather genuinely confused about whether he was home. The truth is that Danquez was at home, as supported by statements from both Danny and Daniel, as the detective will explain.
Bro, look. You got mama confused, bro. That's because you snuck out, gang. She confused because you snuck out. She thought you was in the room. You never went back through the living room or through the kitchen. However way you go out, gang, but she thought you was in the room. So you got her looking crazy right now, bro.
Asking you at this point is to stop lying to us about being at Fort Trez's house. Stop lying to us about watching the live, because Danny said you watched the live. He said you were at home, okay? Danny,
Man, I don't even think she said
they were coming to do harm.
that's
I'm telling you that I'm
son.
watching the video, and
I don't
it
know,
looks like
bro.
they're coming to do some harm.
I need to go back.
All right, did you watch the video?
I haven't shown you yet.
Okay, when you watch the video, you're gonna say, "Oh, those guys are coming to do some
Yeah,
harm."
that's his mom.
You don't
need to see the video because you've already seen it, bro. You've already seen it. That's the thing.
I said we're gonna show your mom when we
Yeah.
get there.
Danny, listen. Hey, Dan Quest, your brother Danny said that you already saw it. Okay.
Let me ask you this. If he go ahead and say that they was threatening me and they seen the guns or whatever and I went down there and boom bam,
No.
then what?
Listen. We're not going to put words into his mouth.
Mhm.
Okay. We have literally extended the olive branch as far as we can extend it and said that, the guys are making threatening comments. They're saying they're going to hurt people, just like I told you before. I'm assuming, because I wasn't in there, but I'm assuming that Danny said that it was threatening, right? And Danny said that he felt like it was something that, I don't know, justified or something like that. Only he can tell us what he felt if he was scared by what he saw. Only he can tell us exactly what he did step by step and whether or not he felt like that was his only choice. He's the only person that can tell us that.
Bro, I know his stomach is
This
on
isn't
his
a
ass
case of
right now.
well, he just needs to admit to something that he
What
didn't do
the-
and just say that he felt like he had to do it. The evidence is
Moms
pointing to him, his
came
own
in
brother's
and
pointing to him.
told on your dead man.
I'm gonna assume that given everything that's happened here today,
Mama
because
do
it's
it
just like
right,
Danny
I
said,
swear.
the three brothers got together and talked about this the next day, right? And they were saying, well, we just go to the police and tell them what happened, and then they kind of chickened out at the last minute and got scared, right? So I would almost assume that if we went back to Daniel and say, this is what Danny said, this is what we know, this is what your mom says, that even Daniel's going to be like, yeah, I wasn't there, but that's what they told me happened. We talked about going to the police, but backed out at the last minute.
And I never knew what happened to this day here.
Yeah, I know. If you didn't know all this, you'd have called us and you'd have drug them all in here and said, tell them the truth.
I
about
call
what
about
happened.
everything else.
So
you thought when that dude put that gun to my head, I was gonna go call y'all and then get me a gun and go shoot up?
I'm glad that you called. So I think that even Daniel's going to come in, and he can at least say what they talked about after. This, you know, I'm
Bro, I don't even want to talk.
kind of at the point right now.
I wouldn't
where-
either though.
And I think we all are. Where it's just like we told you, this thing goes one of two ways.
Like he's screwed.
We got to get over that hump. He's going to have to start giving us some
God,
detail
man.
about what happened. And this is the thing, is he's been sitting here saying that I was at Trey's house for so long and saying that I never saw the live video and I wasn't at home for so long. He's going to have to give details to prove that he was actually there.
And matter of fact, I thought this dude was already talked to the investigators and had to clear it up that Quest was with him to his house.
Yeah.
He wasn't.
No. No. So.
Put your and tell them that they just think.
Your own brother said you were home and you left after seeing the video to go defend you.
Yeah, it's not.
That's what we're telling you.
And again, I'm not. I know that you're not trying to be hard. I know that you went through.
Tell y'all self-defense or first-degree murder.
Yeah.
I tell y'all something I don't know, bro.
Billy, you better watch your mouth.
You said been doing good. I ain't even doing
No,
that.
because for number
Tripping,
one,
bro.
when they came to the house, they told me that the videos. Now see, I don't think not one time these people try to railroad you. What I think right now is they trying to see if you come out with that information and if it matches up to a self-defense thing.
If y'all already got information, why y'all still asking me questions?
Because we can't claim self-defense for you. How many times have I told you that? You can only do that for yourself. Yeah, that's the other option.
Let's don't even worry about that right now, okay?
Y'all said that, but
listen, that's a potential, okay? That's a potential, because right now the only person saying that they think this, what we think from watching the video don't necessarily matter as much as what y'all think from watching the video. Your brother says that, you know, it was kind of a scary situation, they're making threats, and maybe Mama just needs to watch the video.
Can I see it?
You don't need to watch the video because you've already seen the video.
You keep telling me I've seen the video.
Yeah, I keep telling you that. So that's the thing. Is we're not messing around with you. You know the video exists. You know you watched it. Your own brother said that you watched it. Now I don't know how much of it you saw. I'll give you that.
Y'all, so y'all brought my mom in here instead of Danny.
What is that now?
That's when my brother come in.
Bro, he's salty, gang. He's salty. You brought my mama in here? Man, why y'all go get my mama? Weird. That's how he feeling. Bro, that, damn.
But y'all brought my mom in.
You want Danny to come in here?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do that to Danny. You know why I'm not gonna do it to Danny? Because Danny's broken up about what he had to say.
For the rest of the questioning, Danquez refuses to cooperate with investigators as their attempts to question him are only met with silence. But the detectives have one last tactic left, a tactic that will make Danquez do a complete 180 and give a full confession.
Alright, I need you to come over here. Have a seat.
I can walk around or something?
Nope.
Don't put your hands behind your back.
You're not giving me any other choice. I've been trying to help you. I've been here this whole time trying to help you.
I'm been arrested?
Right now, you are being detained under suspicion of homicide.
I gotta talk to the state.
I gotta call the state attorney now.
And they can tell if you're being arrested.
I was trying to get your statement before I did this.
Well, you just went outside to talk to my mom and you just came back in and just did this.
Yeah, your mom's leaving.
Your mom's
May
leaving.
4th.
Damn.
Are you
That's
willing? Are you
scary.
ready to talk and tell the truth about what happened? So I can, when I make that call, I can actually argue for a self-defense or not?
I think you've given him enough chances.
I agree.
Alright, you might want to scoot your butt forward a little bit.
You think you gave me come on, bro. So what? So now
I'm trying to help you from hurting your hands. Scoot your butt
You're
forward.
trying to ask for something
There you
real
go.
quick.
What?
So keep saying what's gonna happen next, bro.
I'm about to go call the state attorney right now and tell him everything we got.
Then what's gonna happen?
And then they'll decide on what charges to charge you with, without a statement from you.
Well, they have a statement. They just,
Well, yeah, without.
What that mean?
That means what they say is what's gonna happen. I was trying to get a statement from you to tell them.
Alright, let's go and call them.
What you
Why you
mean?
leaving though?
I'm going to call the state
He
attorney.
said, why you leaving?
Listen.
What? You gonna talk? You gonna actually talk with the truth this time?
You just took my mama out there to go tell her that you gonna come in here with this?
Yeah.
I just told your mom exactly what's happening. And she's done. She's going home. She has asked us to drive her home.
My fault, y'all.
I don't know what else
Middle
you
of
want.
my hand.
They give you every chance in the world to talk to them.
Why you still trying to leave?
Are you,
Get that
are
motherfucker
you
at
ready to
work
talk?
today.
I'll go get my folder and I'll come right back
Oh
and you
my
ready to
God,
talk.
y'all just listen, bro.
Listen to what? I'll sit down for 5 minutes. If you ain't started talking the truth, then I'm going to make that phone call.
Well, y'all was gonna lock me up, bro.
I was trying not to. How long did it take before I put that on you? Because I'm trying to get the truth out of you.
Bro.
That's what I'm trying to not happen.
Y'all was talking about self-defense, bro. I didn't know what that self-defense was. I'm gonna have to go in there and sit and wait, bro.
No.
Y'all gonna take me straight to the county, bro.
So I'm sitting here, I'm giving you 5 minutes before I walk out and go call the state attorney's office. If you start talking with the truth,
So
I'll go call them and I'll have an actual statement and I can make the argument of self-defense for you.
So I'm not going to the county.
I don't know until I call the state attorney's office. Right now you're being detained on suspicion of homicide.
I don't know what.
Are you going to talk and with the truth this time?
Listen.
So I can make that argument for you, or not?
Listen. You to my people, to myself.
Did you intentionally go and try to kill somebody in cold blood because that's all you want to do is kill somebody and walk away?
No.
Okay. So what you did is you defended your house. A threat was coming to your house. What we call in law enforcement a credible threat was coming to your house. You knew they had fire. You knew that they've already come. Someone in their friend group has already come to your house a month before and held a gun to your mom's head. You knew what they were coming to do. And you wanted to stop them before they got to your mom and your brother.
But you don't gotta rush me though. You don't gotta rush me. You don't gotta rush me, bro. So
Well then tell me the truth.
Immediately after this confrontation, Danquez requests some time alone. Clearly, putting him in handcuffs had pushed him to his psychological edge, and by the time another detective enters the room, he would be willing to start from the very beginning.
Boy.
With or without talking, am I going on tonight?
I don't know. Alright. At what point did you start seeing the video? What were they doing, or could you tell where they were?
No, I can tell where they were, but I knew they were somewhere close.
Okay. So who could you see in the video?
First thing I was going live. I just know they were talking about, oh, put this gun right here. Let me see that gun out that bad. I'm finna do this, finna shoot the house up, finna kill this and that, finna do all this. That's it.
Do you remember seeing a gun?
Not really.
Okay, what do you remember seeing when they were talking about that?
Y'all got a lot, y'all seen guns in the live?
Honestly, I don't remember if I see the gun, but I remember what they were doing. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Do you remember what they were doing when he was saying that? You remember who was saying that?
They were just walking. They were just walking.
Okay. So he says, take this, and then what does he do?
They were just doing a lot of talking.
I mean, I remember him doing something when he says, take this. Right, what is he talking about?
Oh, the gun.
Okay, what does he do with the gun?
I don't know. Either he had it in his hand. I don't know.
Okay. So when he says, take this, can you tell where he's at? Okay, but you know that he's talking about a gun, you said. Okay. What did he say as far as what he was going to do and where he was going to go and stuff like that? Walk me through that.
You asked me what he do and say?
what he was saying about where he was going and what he was gonna do.
He was like, I'm finna go to 5. So I'm coming to the main house. Something like that, or something, this and that.
Okay. And is that your address?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Do you know how he knows where y'all live? Okay. Was that a surprise to you that he knew where you guys live?
Probably, he probably knew from his mama.
Okay.
Everybody just, not everybody don't know where we live at, but it's just like, it's right there on the front street.
Okay. Alright, so he's saying he's gonna come there, that he's gonna fire off and stuff like that. He's talking about the guns. He says, here, take this. He's got 2 guys with him, okay? Where are you at when you're seeing this?
In the house.
Okay. Where in the house, though?
My room.
Okay. You share your room with anybody?
My brother.
Which brother?
My little brother.
Okay, so Danny, right? Okay. Which one of you noticed the video first?
My brother.
Okay, Danny did. Was he on his phone or a tablet or a computer? Or how did he see it? Phone. Okay. Did he start showing you the video, or did he tell you to pull it up, or how did that happen?
Nah, it was just like, they just went live, and I guess my brother joined it.
Okay,
Yeah.
so he starts watching it? Okay. Do you know at what point in that video he started seeing it?
No, ma'am.
Okay. So he starts seeing it, he shows it to you. You remember the 3 of them were walking, they're talking about coming to your house, giving your address. Did they say who they were coming to target?
They said, I think they said they were coming for Daniel. They were like, oh, we're coming for Daniel, we're coming for this and that.
Considering Danquez's horrible storytelling skills, this entire situation becomes difficult to visualize. However, that whiteboard isn't just a prop in this interrogation room, so follow along closely as this detective is about to quite literally paint the picture for us.
See if I can find a marker real quick, because I'm a visual person. I don't know about you.
And what's she supposed to be doing again?
Am I going to the county tonight?
What's that?
I said I'm going to the county tonight.
I don't know. We're going to tell the state what we're talking about. It's going to be up to them. Alright, so your house is right here. This is your road. This is a little cut that goes over to the church parking lot, right? Alright, and I'll take you out of that so that you can show me, okay?
But is it the road?
Yeah, like this is the road, this is the little cut. So there's like the trees over here, right? And then this is the parking lot. So like Orange Avenue's up here and Wanish is over here. Does that look right to you?
Just my house. This the road to go down to the church.
Yep.
So we right here.
Yeah, so like, I know this isn't like to scale, you know, it's not like Google Maps. So let's say that the last house is right here. You know which house I'm talking about? Okay. And then this is all the woods. So when you first see them, where are you at?
Right here.
Okay. So like right by that gate, kind of?
I'm just, I'm coming out the house, walking down the road.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to make sure I won't even get. I'm just trying to make sure that my people were straight. I just make sure my people were straight.
Facts. You gotta
When you
make
say
sure
your
your people
were
straight, though.
Which people are you worried about?
My mama and my brother.
Okay, so they stayed in the house, right?
Yeah, mom.
Okay. So when you went outside, what did you think you needed to do?
Protect. Set the fence.
Okay, I hear you. So when you go out there, where are you at when you first see them? That's my question. Like, where are you standing? Are you still on the road? Are you by the gate? Are you in the parking lot? Where are you at?
I'm like, once you come out the house, you just walk this way, you just walk down the road. And I guess they was already coming up the road. They was already coming up the road. Then it was something like, I guess, shoot. I guess they was trying to shoot.
Okay, when you say he was coming up the road, which area was he in?
Coming up this. You said this the road, right? No, you said this the road.
Yep.
But it's like this the road. Then you got like little. It's like some of the rail shit to keep the cars from like whoop whoop. Like you can either go this way or you can go this way. Then this gonna be like through the church, through all that.
Okay. So are they in the parking lot? Are they in that little path?
Like this and like it was a.
Okay. And is that where you are, or is that where they are?
Them. No, like I'm like this my road. Cause like you got a gray house and you got that like a little pink house.
And there's I think one more house after that, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So like I'm down there like by the crib. I'm by the crib. No. See, won't lie.
Before watching any further, keep in mind the fact there was not only a pause between gunshots on the live stream, but also the sound of movement. This meant that Danquez likely chased down Joshua and his two friends, waiting until he could get closer to land a fatal shot.
Okay.
Wow.
So you come up.
Damn, bro.
Feet behind him. What are they doing?
Just looking like they got something in the back.
In the back? Okay. Do you mean like behind them or?
What I like? They was behind him, like 10 feet, 15 feet behind him.
Okay.
That ain't tripping, cause I know that ain't too far.
Okay.
10, 15 feet ain't too far.
No, I agree. So you're saying, on the other hand, the two of them in the back, can you tell if they have any guns or anything? Like, do you see them with a gun?
I mean, if you walk sidewalk, you're not gonna just be like this.
Okay.
If you gonna do that, you might well just.
Okay.
But then you can just be like, oh.
So was one of them or both of them doing that? That's what I'm asking you to explain to me.
Either one of them, either both of them. They were kind of far away.
Okay. So how many feet do you think you were?
Before I saw him?
Yeah.
Just saying, you asked me how far I was from him when I seen him.
First time you saw him. In person, not online.
But like
Okay, from you to me? Okay, so that's maybe about 10 to 15 feet too?
That's like if I'm standing right here, like no look, say if you standing right here and you meet and then I'm trying you get what I'm saying?
Okay.
What you gonna do?
So what did he start doing? Tell me.
Like trying to I guess he was trying to do what he was trying to own up to what he was saying.
Okay. So you're saying trying to up it. Tell me what you mean by that, because I think I know what you mean.
Intent to kill.
Okay.
That's what that mean.
Did you think he was trying to fight you physically? Did you think he was trying to do something else? Okay, tell me what you thought and why you thought that. This is the important part, okay?
I ain't gonna lie. I just thought they were just gonna kill. They were gonna kill us, bro.
Okay. I know you talked about them having guns, saying they're gonna kill you. When you see him physically, what is he doing?
I just told you. He was trying to.
Okay, so then what you did with him fiddling around by his pants pocket?
I don't want to say I seen, but what you doing?
Okay, so here,
Like
sit down. Alright, because I'm trying to help you
Yeah.
express what you're trying to say, okay? Alright, so one of his hands you're saying is down here, right? Okay. What were you concerned about being right there?
A gun.
Okay. What did you think he was doing when he put one of his hands down there?
Get a gun, try to pull it out and shoot.
Okay. And what made you think that? What happened before this that made you think that could happen?
What happened before that? It was the live video when he was saying, "Oh, once I come, I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna do that."
Okay.
That's what had me feeling like that. That what had me feeling like, bro, you gotta put like self-defense, bro, protect.
Okay. So him before saying, we've got guns, we're gonna come to your house, we're gonna shoot it up and all that. And then when you see him 10 to 15 feet away, you see his hand down by his side and you're scared that he's going to get a gun is what I'm hearing you say. Okay. So then what did you do?
It was like, I think they had a book bag. I think they had a book bag with guns in it.
That he's about to pull out a gun. What did you do? And why?
Protecting myself because I was feared for my life.
Okay. How did you protect yourself? And why did you feel like that was necessary for what he was doing? You see what I'm saying?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
It was that happened because that could happen to me. That could.
Tender, juicy chicken made
They
to
don't
order.
wanna say-
Crispy
they don't
bacon,
wanna
melted
say
Swiss
shot.
cheese, and fresh lettuce and
They don't-
tomato.
they don't
Available
wanna say
fried or
that.
grilled.
Could have been me dead.
They don't want to say that for
So,
sure.
what did you do? Because I can't put that in your mouth. Did you fist fight him?
No, man, I ain't fist fight.
Okay. So tell me what happened, and tell me why you believe that that was necessary so that you would not end up dead. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
Okay, go through that.
Cause he was already on the live, talking about this and that, telling me he finna do this and do that.
Okay. He's
Yeah,
saying
already
he's
told
gonna
us.
come to your house, he's saying he's gonna shoot it up, that, and then you go outside of your house and he is there, and you see him reach like he may be going for a gun, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Alright, this is the hard part, I know this is the hard part, okay, and I'm trying to be helpful, okay?
Many.
But this is part of where I can't put these words into your mouth, okay? So, you know that he may have a gun, and that he has already declared, I'm coming to kill you guys.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I understand that part of it, okay? We do have to talk about your part of it, to get past this, okay? Alright, you ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, go ahead, what did you do?
Protecting myself.
Up to this point, detectives have been able to sympathize with Danquez's desire to protect his family. But protection does not mean executing a teenager while standing over him. So why did Danquez do this, even when there was no immediate threat to him anymore? This is the most crucial question of this investigation, one that the detective here is determined to answer.
So I know that we talked a little bit about the casings.
Yes, ma'am.
Have you ever heard anything about how we can look at casings and figure out which guns they come from and stuff like that?
And it's like from the top.
Yeah, it's from the top, so like the firing pin. It's the cartridge casing, and that tells us, you know, which gun it came from, because there's like teeny tiny millimeters, and each one is different, so it's kind of like a fingerprint. So obviously in this one we see that all the cartridge casings were fired from the same gun. So we can tell that. I don't remember how many there were, but when I was out there, there were cartridge casings.
That's how many
We
cases
don't
it
know.
was?
I don't remember how many there were. I remember there were a couple along here, and there are several right there.
So he's telling me it was more than 3 shots.
It was more than 3 shots, but here's the thing. Like, I can ask an officer who's been involved in a shooting, how many times did you shoot? And they'll say, 2 or 3. And they may have shot 6 or 7. That's totally normal, okay? You're not gonna remember how many you shot, okay? I'm not trying to call you a liar about that or anything, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
So, what I'm having a problem with is that in the live video, you can
What? They blurred it out? Damn.
Okay, but I believe you what you're saying, okay?
Okay.
The video faces forward, and the only part that you can't really see, and I'll use yours, okay, if this is the cut leading up to it, is like where the trees are, okay? He starts getting shot at way over here, and that's maybe 45, 60 feet away from where the cut is. Alright. In the and the casings, you've seen them come out of a gun before, right? They come out the right side. And we know that these shell casings are the same as these shell casings, which tells me that these that you fired at him while he's running away are the same here. And we hear those shots on the live after he's already down. So I know that at that point, you're not up on Orange Avenue.
That's 7 sides though.
I don't know how many it was.
Oh.
Okay. I just know that there's several. I think it was 3 standing over him. Okay. Help me understand that.
They stand over him?
Mm-hmm.
It was like coming from where I'm coming from. He coming from where he coming from. He was on reach for something. I got off the side. Boom. I guess I missed. I don't even shooting to kill nobody, bro. I'm just like, don't come up here, cause if you like, you trying to come up here, I'm just pretending.
But
You can't.
at the point, and I'm not saying that's not what you're doing, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Because I understand these, okay? And he got hit over here, and that's when he fell down, okay? That's while he was still running, he got hit, he falls down, all right? What I don't understand is why you're over him, shooting him while he's down. Help me understand that.
They tell me to make sure he kill.
1, 2, 3.
They trying to make sure
3
he
shots.
passes away, man. Dang.
He said I was not. He says I saw him again when he was on the ground.
Yeah. Because you can hear the shots while he's already down, and we see the casings right there by him. So here I can see what's happening is that he's running, you're chasing, okay? And he falls.
No, once. He facing. Once I see him, he can see me.
He's facing this way, and you're right here. You fire the first shot, he bolts that way. You're chasing him and shooting while he's running. And with one of those shots, he falls down to the ground. While he's down to the ground, I can say forensically, okay? Because the doctor can tell me where that bullet went in and what direction it went.
Good man.
And I've got those shell casings there on scene right next to him. Because remember, it comes out the gun, okay? It's going to be in the general area where it's shot from. So that's how I can say you shot and chased, is because those casings are running too. You see what I'm saying?
Yes, ma'am.
And all these up here by him, and with him being shot on the ground, I know that he was shot while he was down. Why?
I thought he had a gun. I thought he was trying to kill me. I thought he was trying to kill.
Okay.
I thought he was trying to kill us.
But if he goes down, why not run this way? Why keep going? You see what I'm saying? But I don't understand. You know, I can understand a few shots while he's running away, but at the point that he's down, and he hasn't pulled a gun on you, he hasn't shot at you, I don't understand why you still think there's a threat there. And if you put that into officer terms, right? Our expectations for our law enforcement officers, we wouldn't be okay with our cops doing that. Standing over somebody, shooting them like that. There's no explanation for that part. These shots up here, I totally get. This here, I don't.
But it's like not. When them shots was off, I don't think nobody was hit. I don't think nobody was hit.
What do you mean?
Like, cause you told me 3 shots that led up to that. I don't think I like them 3 shots when like wasn't nobody hit.
Okay, but when he fell, it was obvious he got hit.
I don't know. Maybe he could have tripped. Maybe he could have got hit. I don't know.
Okay, but he's already run away from you. He's not coming to your house at that point, right? He's running away from you, and he's down. And I know that he didn't pull a gun on you. I know he didn't point a gun at you. I know he didn't shoot at you, because we only have your casings there. So that's what I don't get. That's the only thing that I have heartache over.
She is not lying about how complicated and tragic this situation is. Even an official police affidavit states that Danquez's actions could have been justified as self-defense. However, his hyper-aggression was beyond what can be classified as such. Danquez did not contact law enforcement, walked 500 feet to get to Joshua in the church parking lot, and then chased him another 60 feet with a gun before executing him. In fact, even with the first shot, Joshua fell to the ground, yet Danquez shot him 3 more times to finish the job.